Let us start important current affairs today. Important current affairs. No problem. This is next. Important current affairs. Commerce, Industry and Civil Aviation Minister. Commerce, Industry and Civil Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu launched mobile application called Reunite. Commerce, Industry, Civil Aviation Minister Mr. Suresh Prabhu launched a mobile app called Reunite. The app will help. The mobile will app Reunite. The name is Reunite. The app will help to track. The app will help to track and trace missing and abandoned children of India. తప్పిపోయిన వదిలివేయబడిన పిల్లలు. The Reunite app will help to track and trace missing and abandoned children in India. The multi-user app will allow parents and citizens. The multi-user app will allow parents and citizens to upload pictures of children, providing details such as name, address, birthmarks అంటే పుట్టుమచ్చలు, birthmarks, etc. See, last year similar web-based platform they have launched called Pencil for child labor. Last year we have a mechanism called a platform called Pencil, online platform called Pencil. This year it is Reunite, mobile app for missing children. Kindly remember important question for prelims. Mobile app Reunite for missing children. Next important thing, last year in budget the government have announced about electoral bonds. Last year in budget the government have announced about electoral bonds to minimize corruption and black money in elections. If at all you want to donate to any political party, you can purchase an electoral bond and give it to that party. That was announced, and government recently notified this electoral bond scheme. Government notified the electoral bond scheme 2018. Government notified the electoral bond scheme 2018 through a gazette notification. As per the provisions of the scheme, electoral bonds may be purchased by a person. Who is a citizen of India. Electoral bonds may be purchased by a person who is a citizen of India or incorporated or established in India. That means any company incorporated or established in India. That means electoral bonds can be purchased by a citizen of India or any company incorporated or established in India. A person can purchase electoral bond. A person can purchase electoral bond either individually or jointly, either singly or jointly. For example, A and B wanted to together purchase the bond, they can do that. They can even purchase the bond jointly. Electoral bonds can be purchased jointly also, and only the political parties registered under section 29A of section 29A of Representation of People's Act 1951. So the political party should have been registered political parties under section 29A of RP Act and should have secured not less than 1% of the votes polled in the last general elections. That means to receive an electoral bond, the party should have had a registration under section 29A of RP Act and it should have secured 1% of votes in the last general elections. Electoral bonds shall be encashed by an eligible political party. Only through a bank account with the authorized bank. So you can encash the electoral bonds. Political parties can encash the electoral bonds only through a authorized bank. So once a individual purchases electoral bond and gives to the political party can encash it in the authorized bank. Encashment will be done in the same day. The amount will be deposited in the account in the same day. On the same day. Okay, oka rojulo amount padipoddi. Electoral bonds to W. On the same day, encashment can be done. Electoral bonds shall be valid for 15 calendar days from the date of issue. Yes, 2 days on. Last suffocating unda AC on chesinatlu. So next article, let us see today's newspaper. Not all Swiss bank money is illegal. Not all Swiss bank money is illegal. Not all Swiss bank money is illegal, says the government. Yesterday there was news that Indian Swiss bank accounts got increased. Yesterday there was a news that Indian Swiss bank accounts got increased. Not all Swiss bank money is illegal. Not all the money in the Swiss bank is illegal. Remember that. Next, NIN, National Institute of Nutrition, launches Nutrition Advisor app. NIN, National Institute of Nutrition, launches Nutrition Advisor app. So this is very important. You may get a prelims question. NIN is located in Hyderabad. National Institute of Nutrition is located in Hyderabad. First thing. The app was launched by Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR NIN. The app was launched by Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR NIN. Okay, very important. The app will help the users. The app will help the users keep track of energy balance. The app will help the users to keep track of energy balance while providing comprehensive nutritional information. While providing comprehensive nutritional information on Indian foods, proteins, calories, vitamins, minerals, etc. Proteins, calories, vitamins, minerals, etc. It's very, very important. New app will deal with nutrition issues. It's a very good move by the National Institute of Nutrition. And next, coming to today's editorial, Reform 101. Coming to today's editorial, Reform 101. What do you mean by the word 101? This information, this editorial today, UGC Act 1951, through which UGC was formed, University Grants Commission. Government decided to repeal it and to establish Higher Education Commission of India. To establish Higher Education Commission of India in place of UGC. Government wanted to establish Higher Education Commission of India in place of UGC. First thing. And this bill, Higher Education Commission bill, have far-reaching implications for expansion and quality of higher education, particularly human resource development. And Higher Education Commission of India will deal only with academic issues. It will deal only with only about education. Monetary, funding and money issues will be dealt by Ministry of HRD. Monitoring, funding and other issues relating to money will be dealt by Human Resource Development. It's very, very important. And at present we have 864 universities in India. This is a very important data for prelims exam and mains exam, particularly mains exam. At present in India we have 864 universities and 40,026 colleges. In India we have 864 universities and 40,026 colleges. In higher education, the enrollment ratio is only 26%. In higher education, the enrollment ratio is only 26%. When we got independence, we have 20 universities and 500 colleges. When we got independence, we have 20 universities and 500 colleges. And there are various issues. One, quality in education, skill development. In India, education is not matching with livelihood requirements. Education is not matching with employment skills. There is a big gap. Most of the people who have completed their graduation cannot actually directly go and work because they don't have any skills. They are rich in knowledge, rich in academics, but employability skills are missing. Even I think you all know in BTech graduates, they need to have training if they want to get a job, or they will be inducted into a job and they will give training. This is a major drawback in our system. Education will not actually give us life skills. Education will not give us the skills which are required for the job. So what we need is the improvement in the quality of education. UGC is an outdated body now. And one more thing, for technical education we have one more body called AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. For technical education we have one more body called AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. Even earlier there was a move that UGC and AICTE should be amalgamated, but now move is not yet finalized. And the other important thing is, all these new measures, will they actually improve quality is a question. So private universities and also private sector enterprise, finally laissez-faire education system in India. What is laissez-faire? Free market, capitalism, open society, that's called laissez-faire. LAISSEZ space FAIRE, called laissez-faire education. This is Reform 101 article. We are going to have Higher Education Commission of India in place of UGC. The bill is being introduced in the Parliament. It is going to be introduced in the Parliament. And next article, the meaning of secularism. Next article is the meaning of secularism. Secularism means state treats all religions equally. Secularism means state treats all religions equally. India is a secular country. The author spoke about secular aspects with respect to political parties. You need not bother about political parties and their aspects. That we will discuss while discussing about secularism. But I will tell you the points which are important for your exam in this article. Not the entire article, but the points which are important for your exam. First thing is, there is a discussion about Shah Banu case. There is a discussion about anti-Sikh riots after Indira Gandhi's death, all these things. First you should know Shah Banu case. In Muslim law, Shah Banu case, I am explaining the important case in the article. In Muslim law, women as a matter of right will not get maintenance after divorce. See, in Hindu law, if a husband gives divorce to wife, if a wife cannot maintain herself, if a husband gives divorce to wife and if the wife cannot maintain herself, the husband is asked to give maintenance to the wife, called Baranam. It's called Baranam. Telsa, Baranam is known. Husband is asked to give maintenance to the wife if the wife cannot maintain herself after divorce. This is Hindu law. Coming to Muslim law, husband is asked to give maintenance to the wife only for 3 lunar months. That's called Iddat period. In Muslim law, there is a period called Iddat period. Only in that period, husband is asked to give some maintenance to the wife. After that, no maintenance. It's voluntary. Recently, many cases have come. Supreme Court told husband to give maintenance, but this is the scenario in Muslim law. Then what happened? There is a lady called Shah Banu. Shah Banu. After many years, 30 to 40 years of her marriage, after her marriage, when she became old, almost, the husband gave divorce to women. Talak, talak, talak. The husband gave divorce to the wife. She is uneducated. She cannot go for employment at that age. So what she asked? She asked maintenance for her life. I want maintenance for my life. She asked maintenance. The Supreme Court, seeing the condition, ordered husband to provide maintenance for the wife. Ordered husband to provide maintenance for the divorced wife. And when this judgment came, some sections of India said they are not in support of this judgment and they started agitation. Then at that time, we have a government in central level, Rajiv Gandhi government. They have made a law, Muslim Women Divorce Act, and through that act, what they have done, they have said, if the husband wanted to give voluntarily, he can give, otherwise he need not give. If the husband wanted voluntarily to do that, he can give, otherwise there is no compulsion on the part of husband to give the maintenance to the wife. So the author discussed this case, Shah Banu case. And second thing, she also discussed about anti-Sikh rights. You all know we have a movement called Khalistan movement. Khalistan movement is separate Sikh movement. They want separate Sikh state. In Punjab, there is a movement called Khalistan movement, and the aim of the movement is they want separate country called Khalistan. And this Khalistan movement used to get funds from various parts of the world. One Mr. Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale and his associates, Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale and his associates took up arms for Khalistan movement. They took up arms for Khalistan movement. They entered into Golden Temple. They entered into Golden Temple and occupied Golden Temple. Indira Gandhi was the prime minister at that time. Where is the Golden Temple located? Amritsar. Amritsar. And Indira Gandhi was the prime minister of India at that time. She used armed forces to vacate the terrorists from Golden Temple, and terrorists were killed. They were freedom fighters according to their version, and according to Government of India version they are revolutionary groups. They were revolutionary groups. Nobody knows what is the exact thing. Then what happened? Then Indira Gandhi was murdered in 1984. Indira Gandhi was murdered by her own. Indira Gandhi was murdered by her own bodyguards. Her own bodyguards killed her. After her death, anti-Sikh riots went on in India. Anti-Sikh riots went on in India. To this extent you remember. To this extent you remember. Beyond that, nothing is required. And next article, then there were 16. Then there were 16. Then there were 16. 2018 FIFA World Cup, Russia is hosting. 2018 FIFA World Cup, Russia is hosting. India have not even selected to go there. There are 32 countries. Now it came which are participating. Now it have become 16. Germany, the last champion, the defending champion, lost in the group stage. In the group stage, in the hands of South Korea. Now the next stage is knockout stage. All the 16 countries entered into knockout stage. As the knockout stage begins in the World Cup, it is anybody's guess. And there are really great players. For example, there is a very good player from Brazil, Pelé. Maradona from Argentina. There are really great players. And after 1938, this is a very big loss to Germany. After 1938, this is a very big loss to Germany. And so-called minnow countries, minnow means very small countries in football like Iran, Morocco, Peru, South Korea, they are faring well. Let us see what is going to happen. And football match is nothing like, the whole world now is on the FIFA Cup. Let us see who is going to carry this. And next article, a broken tax chain. A broken tax chain. July 1st, tomorrow, is celebrated as GST Day to commemorate its anniversary. Tomorrow, July 1st, is celebrated as GST Day to commemorate its anniversary, first anniversary. One tax, one nation. GST is an indirect tax. GST is an indirect tax. So 1 year, GST is expected to do many things. Is expected to improve ease of doing business. So the business environment in India is going to improve. the taxes are going to decrease. Common man used to have transparency in the taxation. So there are many advantages of GST, but today we are not finding any advantage because the benefits of GST cannot be seen in the short term according to the article. The benefits of GST cannot be seen in the short term according to the article. First point. Second thing, in GST there are many things. We have GST Council. We have GST Council consisting of Central Finance Minister and State Finance Ministers. Article 279 capital A of the Indian Constitution deals with GST Council. 279A. Article 279 capital A of the Indian Constitution deals with GST Council. And apart from that, we have two important things. One is e-way bills, second is GSTN. E-way bills and GSTN. E-way bills means if goods have to be transferred from one place to other place, if the distance is more than 10 kilometers, if the distance is more than 10 kilometers and if the goods price is more than 50,000, e-way bill should be created. E-way bill should be carried to track the goods. When goods are being transported from one place to other place, e-way bill, more than 10 kilometers you need to produce a e-way bill, electronic way bill. And to deal with all the important online transactions of GST, GST network was created. GST network completely do not belong to government. It was a non-profit company, GST network. Apart from that, the small medium enterprises whose turnover is less than 1.5 crores will come under composite tax system. Will come under composite system. Means it is enough them to pay one equal or one tax slab. They can pay one proper tax slab. They need not go in mull into other things. This is composite tax system. And here in GST they have given many things. They have given slabs 0, they have given various slabs 0, 5, 12, 18, 28. 28 means luxurious goods, sin goods. Okay, and they also spoke about a term called input tax credit system. Input tax credit. Input tax credit is a simple thing which you can understand. See, in GST at every stage you pay tax. And after paying tax you will collect everything out. See, generally in normal circumstances you are stitching a shirt. You are stitching a shirt. When you stitch a shirt, you will purchase button, you will purchase cloth, you will purchase thread, you will purchase some plastic material. So on every stage, while purchasing that raw material, you will pay some tax. You will collect the bill. You will collect the bill. And after preparing the entire shirt, again you have to pay tax. When you are selling the shirt, the customer have to pay the tax again. So what you should do? The bill for buttons, the bill for plastic, the bill for threads, the bill for shirt, if you save and if you claim the tax benefit, so you are asked to pay GST only for the value addition, not to the entire thing again. Not to the entire thing again. This is the benefit of GST. Again, see, you want to manufacture shirts. First, you have to purchase buttons. You have purchased buttons for 100 rupees. On that you pay 10 rupees as tax. Okay. And you purchase cloth, 15 rupees as tax. And after purchasing all the things, you manufacture a shirt. And the consumer is asked to pay tax on the entire thing again. If you claim the tax benefit from the buttons, from the shirt, from the cloth, from the thread, and slowly the tax burden on you will get decreased and you need not pay tax on tax. Cascading effect will be reduced. I think you got it. Once you already paid a tax on raw materials, you need not pay tax on the finished products and you can reduce the tax to that extent and you can pay the extra tax. And finally consumer will get benefited. He need not purchase the ultimate good with paying many taxes. This is how it works. But problem is, when you want to get bills for each and every product, each and every manufacturer should produce a bill, GST bill. And all manufacturers will come under some way GST network. And all these people till now are enjoying tax benefits. Now they have to pay tax in each and every way, and they have to register themselves under this GST composite system or GST tax. And this is the problem. Okay, and now initial days it will be confusion. Initial days it will be confusion, but later on it will become alright. And next important article is Rohingyas, Bangladesh Cox's Bazar. In the city of refugees. In the city of refugees. Last year around 7 lakh Rohingyas left Bangladesh. The Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh is an area where Rohingyas live at a large number. Rohingyas are minority groups, Muslim minority groups, basically who are persecuted in Myanmar. They stay in, most of them are located in Rakhine province in Myanmar. Most of them are located in Rakhine province in Myanmar. Even India wanted to deport the 40,000 Rohingyas staying in India. In the entire world, the worst form of human rights abuse is going on Rohingyas. There is an urgent need to take a humanitarian approach, and international community should come forward to help the Rohingyas. Otherwise this problem will continue and humanity in our neighborhood is being persecuted. Human beings in our neighborhood are being persecuted just because they belong to particular sect, just because they are staying in a particular country. That should be discouraged. When nationalism and humanism comes, humanism should come first. We are all humans first. So this is the thing. You can read the entire article on Rohingya problem. Next important thing, we are celebrating 500th year of death anniversary of 15th century poet Kabir in UP. We are celebrating 500th year of death anniversary. We are celebrating 500th year of death anniversary of 15th century poet Kabir in Uttar Pradesh. Kabir belongs to Bhakti movement. Kabir belongs to Bhakti movement. It is not there in the newspaper, don't check. Kabir Mahotsav, Ministry of Culture is celebrating. Kabir Mahotsav, Ministry of Culture is celebrating 500th year of death anniversary of Kabir. Kabir belongs to Bhakti movement. Kabir belongs to Bhakti movement, disciple of Ramananda. Disciple of Ramananda. And some of the verses of Kabir were also found in Gur Granth Sahiba. Gur Granth Sahiba. Some of the verses of Kabir were also found in Gur Granth Sahiba. Okay. And yesterday, June 29th, is International Day of Tropics. International Day of Tropics. So what are the issues about tropical zones? All these things. June 29th is the International Day of Tropics. And next important news, India gets 37th World UNESCO World Heritage Site. 37th UNESCO World Heritage Site. Whenever UNESCO World Heritage Site comes, you should remember, you should also read old sites in India. UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The recent 37th one, UNESCO World Heritage Site, the recent 37th one, Victorian Gothic. Gothic means English European style of construction. Victorian Gothic, G-O-T-H-I-C, Gothic. And Art Deco, and Art, Art Deco, D-E-C-O. Victorian Gothic and Art Deco Ensemble of Mumbai. Ensemble, E-N-S-E-M-B-L-E, Ensemble of Mumbai. Victorian Gothic and Art Deco Ensemble of Mumbai was 37th UNESCO Heritage Site in India. And the last current affairs today, as after demographic dividend, you know that we are all having young population in India today. After young population, after 30 years, we will have old population. By the time you retire, you will be seeing old population in India. You are all becoming old. Okay. National Center for Aging. National Center for Aging. Aging means for old population. To be set up at AIIMS. National Center for Aging to be set up at AIIMS. National Center for Aging to be set up at AIIMS, New Delhi. AIIMS, New Delhi. AIIMS means All India Institute of Medical Sciences. To provide state of art clinical care. To provide state of art clinical care to elderly people. To elderly people and old people, and also research in geriatric care. Geriatric, G-E-R-I-A-T-I-C. Geriatric means old people, pediatric means young people, small ones, younger ones. Geriatric people, geriatric care. Okay, National Center for Aging was established in AIIMS. Okay, done. Let us stop.